Hello, hi, it's Bonnie here from the Purple Frog Stitches. Hope you're all well. Hope everyone is stitching up a storm and September is treating them kind. September is not treating us very kind at the moment. We have been struggling with COVID in the house, and both my children, well, Anya was tested positive for COVID on Monday. She now seems to be fine. But her sister is now upstairs not feeling well, so I need to test her again to make sure she is not COVID positive. She was tested with the PCR test during the week, and it came back negative, but the sample was taken on Tuesday, so that's a good chunk of days. So I'm waiting for lateral flow test to come through so that I can test her again. Thankfully, they both seem to be coping well. Anya looks like she's almost back to her normal self, and Yara's just getting into it. So I'm hoping it won't be so bad, because Anya's one wasn't that bad. So excuse me a minute. My eldest was watching YouTube and chuckling to herself, so I had to shut the door. But yeah, they're okay. They're doing all right. But hopefully it won't be long before we can get them back into school, because I'm hoping that the test will be negative and it's just a cough and cold for Yara. Fingers crossed. Other than that, we're all doing all right. I mean, everything the same, work, being at home, so nothing extraordinary beside the COVID is happening for us this month, thankfully. Because I don't think I could deal with any more excitement this month. That's enough. So for September I have been reading and I've been stitching, and the books I've been reading is there's two at the moment. Well, actually there's three. One is Beach Reads by Emily Henry. I have finished that book and I rated it 3-star. It's not my favourite book in the world, but it's not, I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it that much compared to other books that I've read with the same trope. It had enemy to lovers trope, so I was hoping I'd really like it as much as I liked the Unhoneymooners, but it didn't turn out that way. But hopefully if I get a chance to read more Emily Henry books, hopefully it won't be, I'll find something of hers that I'll like. The other book, there's two books that I'm currently reading. One is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and the other is Gods of Jade and Shadow by, I never remember her name, Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Let me just double check that, I've got it written down somewhere. Yeah, Sylvia Moreno Garcia. So I'm also reading that. I've got another book that I'm about to start. It's called Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. That's going to be an audio book, and I'm reading that with the book club Low Key Bookworms. It's a Facebook group. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing in terms of books. I'll let you know if I manage to finish these two books and start the other one in the next video. Right, so I guess we're up to stitching. Got a bit of a dry throat. Okay, so I have a mini rotation, maybe a plan really, for September. Every Friday I'll be working on Little Penguin, and since my last update or really the WIP parade that I did 2 weeks ago. I think I've done quite a bit of progress, so I'll see if I can find a picture and put my before picture here, and then I'll show you the update. Here you go. I really love this. I'm very close to that is actually finished, I think. Yeah, that's actually finished, but it looks like it isn't because of the white thread, but that's been stitched. Oh, that really confused me for a minute. I was like, oh, there's still a bit left. No, but this bit here, and this part here, there's some stitches that I need to put in. There's a shadow that need to be stitched here. I did stitch it, but I had to take it out again because the colours were not right. Because I converted from Anchor to DMC, but the colouring wasn't right, so I took it out, and I will use the Anchor thread that came with the kit just for the shadow. Because this is a restart piece, so I was worried I wouldn't have enough thread to do the whole piece again, so I just decided to convert to DMC because that's what I've got in my stash. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this, and I kept this as my Friday piece because I didn't want to put her away, or him away. This is Penguin Puppet, by the way, which is, its alter ego is an actual penguin puppet that my daughter really loves and has loved since she was like 4 years old, I think. So so I have decided to ditch this because it's her favourite animal. And anyway, what was I saying before I said that? Oh yeah, as you may have been aware from my last video, I lost my stitchy bug for most of this year, and stitching on this in August actually got me back into stitching, so I thought I would keep this going as my Friday piece. So every Friday I do a Stitch and Natter video chat with my friend Sarah, and I stitch on him Penguin Puppet, stitch on Penguin Puppet. The next WIP is Frog Pile. In September there were 2 partial weeks, and so those partial weeks put together will make 1 week, and I'm doing Frog Pile on those weeks. Again, I'll put the start photo here if I can find it. So here's the progress. So basically here was there was no back stitching here, so I'd done the back stitching here up to the butt, and then I started to fill in the feet that are sitting on its butt, basically. And there's not much in terms of progress. That literally maybe 1 sitting, maybe 2. I just couldn't get enough time in that partial week. It just didn't work for me. So, and that's probably because of the getting ready for the school and stuff, because they went back on the 2nd, and then on the weekend we were quite busy and I can't remember why. And then Monday the girls caught COVID, but Anya caught COVID, but I would have been on a different project anyway. So I'll work on this again in the last partial week of September. So it won't be in the next update video. It'll be in the week after that. The fortnight after that. I hope that made sense to you. The next one is ink circles, and I did that on the first full week of September, so that this week. And I worked on the sandworm up here. you might remember, I'll put the start picture here, and you might remember that this was already here, so but I think I did up to about this part is what I got done, and then I just finished the worm. I put on its legs, and then I put on, there's a little bit of stitching on the top to probably to make it the pattern on its back. So I'm not too keen on his face because I can't see his eyes. The yellow gets lost in the eyes, doesn't it? Get lost. So I'm thinking of putting like something bright green, like maybe lime green or something, and then I'm going to put red, like blood red, for its mouth here, just because they're supposed to be like a face. But I can't see it because the colouring of the blue goes down to almost white, and then this bit is quite pale, and it kind of goes into there and then comes out here, so it's quite pale, so it kind of gets lost in the mouth. Can you see the mouth? But yeah, so that's where I'm at, and I've done this. This is apparently a joke that went over my head because Bonnie doesn't do jokes. I dropped the piece of paper that I need. On here it says if a vertical bar is treated as a 1 and a pair of horizontal bars encodes as a 2, we could read this as 21, 12, 12. Not very exciting for us Americans, but a European calendar watcher might be concerned. So I was like, right, okay, why would we be concerned? So I started Googling the date. Nothing exciting happened on that date, or sad, or tragic, or anything like that, as far as I could find. So I messaged Sarah, what's this all about? And she was like, I think it's about to be a joke, and it went right over your head. And then that made me laugh, because the fact that it was a joke went right over my head is a joke to me. So it just made me giggle. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stitch on the joke. So that's the joke. It's probably not funny to you at all. You're probably going, yeah, that just went over my head. But it was really funny. For me, I just thought it was hilarious. So this is 2, that's a 1, and I'm just finishing off the 2. Hopefully I'll have this 2 finished by the end of today, and then I will be putting this away until the next until the WIP it gets called out again. In terms of next week and the week after, I'm going to be stitching on Rosewood Manor, which is a WIP go. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that the frog pile is a WIP go number. I think it was number 25, and Rosewood Manor is number 15. And this is the Heaven and Earth design. I'm going to be working on this next week now. It's a quick stitch, and the artist is Ching Chow Quick. Ching Chow Quick, and I love this piece so much. It's a quick stitch, but not quick stitch for me. But this is where I'm at. Oh, what's that? That's some Ada thread. So this is where I'm at with her. I love this piece so much. Her hair is my favourite bit about everything about this entire piece. So I want to try and get a little bit of this hair done. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to start on the hair, but really I should come down and try and finish this. But I thought if I went that way I could try and finish the row. So I don't know, maybe I'll continue this way and try and finish the row. But this is the start point. And the last week of September will be Star Treasures. I got this from the Wheel of Whips. Oh, this is a pain-free craft pattern. You probably figured that out when I was holding it up, to be fair. But anyway, it's Star Treasures, and it's by Olivia Alcido. I think that's the right way to call it, to say the name. And this is where I'm at. It's not much at all, to be honest. I just started it, and then I didn't really stitch on it much. But this is where I'm at with, I can't see, can you see it? This is where I'm at, and hopefully I'll get some nice progress done. It probably won't be, because I'm not really good with full coverage confetti pieces. They don't, I find it very slow to stitch on, but unfortunately they're the ones that I love the most. Go figure. And I have some haul. I do. I have, well, I say some, but one haul, and it is a Rosewood Manor pattern. Let me just try and get this out for you so you can see it without the glare. And it's O Feathers. I absolutely love this. I love it. It's so good. I saw it on the Sunshine Stitchers video, one of them, because I binge watched their videos and I didn't watch them in order, so I have no idea exactly when he bought it, when he started it. I just know that he's working on it now. This is one of the this is the piece that he's working on now, and he is doing it on a lovely light blue fabric, and I think that is perfect. I think it's perfect, and I just happen to have the perfect fabric, but Star Treasures is on it, so I need to buy that again, and but I need to wait for Sparkly to open up again so that I can order that fabric, because that's what I want to stitch it on. And I think this is gonna look really nice on that. And also, instead of using the sulky thread, I'm going to use the, I looked up how to pronounce it, étoile. I think it's called étoile. I pronounced it, and that's I looked up the pronunciation, and that's what he said. That's what the computer said. Étoile, and I'm going to be using the étoile thread. I got this for my birthday a couple of years ago. I made my husband buy it for me. He didn't want to, but I made him. I said, you have to buy it for me. He said, you've got enough stuff. I said, no, I haven't, because this is brand new and I need it. So I will attempt to match up something. I will attempt to match this up to something from here, and I can't wait. But it's not going to be until next year. I can't start this. I can't start it until I get the fabric anyway, and I don't want to start it this year. I want to start it next year. Give me something to look forward to, and hopefully have a finish before I can start it. Hopefully I'll have finished Penguin, and then I'll be able to start that one. I'm not putting that rule in place. It's not like I'll never start it if I don't finish Penguin, but I just won't start it this year. That's my plan. I'm not going to put this away, so it's going to take some time. So yeah, so that's all my stitching, my haul. I'm really pleased I've even got a haul, and yeah, that's it for this week's video. And I really hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope I didn't blabber and make no sense whatsoever, which is probably what I did. You have no idea how many times I filmed this video and deleted it and filmed it again and deleted it. It's taken me hours. It's now almost 2 o'clock. I'm not doing it again, so if it turned out to be rubbish, I apologise, but I'm just not, I'm off my game today, probably because I'm tired. So I hope everybody has a great stitchy week ahead of you, and I shall see you in a couple of weeks' time with my next update. Have a good time. Bye.